Hello, everyone, and welcome to this evening's edition of CovInspiration with DayoIsrael. Tonight, we're privileged to host Royal Majesty all the way from Cross River State, Nigeria. He is also the in-law to His Excellency, the former President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Goodluck Jonathan. Tonight, I have with me His Royal Majesty, Elder Solomon Osum Edward. Your Majesty, good to see you, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Fine. It's fine.
Thank you so much. How is Cross River State today? How is Cross River State today, sir?
Cross River State is green and bright.
Fantastic. I like the energy. We get the same energy from all the people in Cross River. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Your Majesty, without wasting time, can you give us an introduction into the traditional structure and system in Cross River State and maybe holistically in South Nigeria to help us understand the similarities and the disparities between the traditional system there and those in Southwest Nigeria? What is the traditional structure in Cross River State?
Well, the traditional structure in Cross River State, we have the village heads. From the village heads, you get to the clan heads. From the clan heads, you get to the paramount rulers. That's the structure we have here in Cross River State.
The village head, there's the clan head, and the traditional rulers.
From the village head, clan head.
Yes.
Then from the clan heads, you get to the paramount rulers.
So that's
the category we have.
How many villages are under the traditional rulers?
Well,
so like
it
for
depends
example,
on
how many villages?
Under me, we have more than 70 villages under me.
Wow. And so above that, you now have the clans.
And more than 30 clans under me also.
So what makes up a clan, sir? What is a clan?
Well, a clan is made up of 15 or 20 or more than that villages. It's a cluster of 20 or thereabout villages that makes up a clan.
And sir, is that all under one local government or multiple local government?
No, I'm just saying a clan. What is in a clan? Then what is in a local government is much more than that.
Wow. So the local governments are really big. If you have 70 villages, 80 villages under a paramount ruler.
Yeah, some local governments are even much more than that 70 villages.
Wow.
Some larger local governments like the Yakol local government are even much more than that.
So, sir, would you then agree that putting the traditional leaders under the local government, is that a right thing to do?
Indeed, it is the right thing to do if the traditional institution can be taken good care of.
Okay, sir. So when you say taking good care of, I believe that there is already budgets for the traditional system
a good thing.
And the traditional ruler.
But they are not carried along. There's nothing that somebody will say is being put in place for the traditional institution in Cross River State. And is the government at the institution at the grassroots, and it should indeed be under the local government.
So, sir, would you? So, in your thoughts, is that in Southwest it's a different narrative. In Cross River and the South, are the traditional leaders still as effective and efficient and relevant? Are they still relevant, or they are just ceremonial?
Well, what happens in the Southwest, in South is not happening in Southeast, because it depends on who is in the authority or who is at the head of the leadership. Southwest, in fact, they recognize traditional institution very well. They take care of the traditional rulers very well. But in Southeast, in South, like in Cross River State, a lot of things are lacking.
So sir, would the lackadaisical attitude of governance or the political structure to the traditional structure be because the traditional system is not necessarily contributing to development, or they do not appreciate the development, the contribution that you are making?
In fact, let me put it this way. They do not appreciate the contribution the traditional institution is making at the grassroots. Otherwise, they are really doing a lot. You know, the peace we talk in the peace of every community begins from the grassroots. And if the grassroots is not in order, then the larger segment of the society will be faulty.
I can. So, what can you take us, sir? Please explain to us, because I was talking to someone today, a young person like me, and the person said, I didn't even know, if not for this your program, I didn't even know that the kings are doing anything or they are relevant. I just think that they are now obsolete. What are some of the activities that the kings and the traditional rulers and the traditional system carries out? Or is it just about having one man as a king, enjoying money, having the palace, and just being paid salary? What really the traditional leaders do?
Let me speak with my experience. With my experience there, the crisis that had been on in this area for 14 good years. 14 good years from 2006 up to 2020 now. We have been in war with one another. About 9 communities have been in war. We kill ourselves, we destroy ourselves, we destroy houses, we burn properties and so on. It is a traditional institution that have put it to a halt, to a stop. The government didn't do anything, the police couldn't do anything, the army couldn't do anything.
And so the traditional institutions can be useful.
It's a traditional institution that have put a final halt.
Managing communal clashes.
Very, very useful. Very useful if they can be given support. Very, very useful if they can be given the necessary support.
So this is good to know in terms of, because, for example, in Southwest, we've also had similar communal clashes and conflict, for example, in Ife and Modakeke and other places. So you, through your leadership, have been able to halt communal clash in your community that has lasted for 14 years, and you've been able to put an end to it in totality. What are some of the contributions that you have made as king in your community?
Well, why we succeeded was that we made a passionate appeal to all the youths that it is the youths that are dying. It is the youths that are carrying arms. The old men are not carrying arms. The youths are dying every now and then. We made an appeal to them to end the crisis that they
I think the network from His Majesty is. So guys, please bear with us. His Majesty's network is having a bit of a challenge. And please, if you have any questions, please feel free to post them to us. Our goal through this initiative is to spread knowledge and also inspire people and ensure that we can create more awareness about our culture, our values, and the things that we love the most as Africans. And that's really what drives what we're doing. If we don't value and treasure where we've come from and understand the dynamics of our system, we would not be able to build comfortably on that. Please bear with us. Please, if you're seeing me, let me know. I'm not sure if it's the network from my side or from His Royal Majesty side from Calabar. But the overall goal is that we're doing our best to be able to ensure that we're promoting our cultural values. And I'm totally excited about the opportunity that this program is affording us. I'm sure His Majesty will join us back in a few minutes. Please bear with us. If you haven't connected, please bear with us. And you would join us back. Thank you. And I would like to hear your thoughts, guys, even as we're waiting for His Majesty to come back on the program. I would love to hear your thoughts. What are the concerns or views and thoughts you have about the traditional system in Nigeria? What would you like to ask? What would you like to know? And then we can probe more. I'm very passionate about our traditional institutions in a positive way, in the sense that these are okay. I'm seeing one or two comments coming in. Okay, yeah, thank you, Mrs. Aliu. Victor Clement says, hello, His Royal Majesty. Osum, may you live long. Please focus on your development your kingdom will reshape society. I couldn't agree more. I'm waiting for His Majesty to join us back. He mentioned that he was able to manage a conflict that has persisted for 14 years. Was able to bring an end to it, even when government has failed. Let me ask you a question. As citizens, do we see a relevance in the traditional system? Do we still need those systems? His Majesty is back. Thank you so much, Your Majesty.
Let's go back. Just hold on a little bit, please.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for the criticism. Your Majesty, thank you so much, sir. I was enjoying that conversation. Yeah. I can see you clearly, sir.
Sorry. Very sorry for the break.
Yes. No, it's okay, sir. It's okay, sir. Sir, one of the things I was talking about with our viewers while you were away is why should we continue to nurture our traditional system when we have the democracy? Where does the traditional system and the democratic and the political system, where do they align? Where do they shake hands? How does the traditional system complement the political system?
Hear you again? Can I hear you again?
I think His Excellency. Yes, sir.
Can I hear you again?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, sir.
Yeah, can I hear what you said? What you've just said?
Yes, sir. So it's to say a lot of people now are more concerned about having the right president, governors, ministers and commissioners and local government chairmen. And they're saying, why do we still have kings? Why are we still financing monarchy? Where is the place of the monarchy in a political system and structure?
Yeah.
Did you hear my question?
You see, the monarchy, the place of the monarchy, the place of the traditional institution is very close to the grassroots structure than even the political system. And we know our people. That is why if there's a crime, if there's a crime in the community or in any village, if you want to know the truth, if you want to fish out the people, you get to the traditional system. They will easily fish out the culprit, those concerned, much more than those in the government who are far away from the grassroots government. So the monarchy,
yes,
the traditional institution, the only thing is that the political system does not recognize their relevance. Does not even appreciate their relevance or what they are doing. Security, the security of every community, every society is linked much more to the traditional institution than even the political system.
So your Majesty, how is the traditional institution going to help citizens achieve what the United Nations call the Sustainable Development Goals? Economic prosperity, good jobs, fighting poverty.
You see, okay, you can see that if you get to the community level, there is high rates of cultism. And the political system cannot stop it. It's a traditional institution because they know the persons that are involved in it. The traditional institution will encourage those at the grassroots to be educated, to go to school. They will encourage those at the grassroots to lay the right foundation. Whereas these things I'm saying, they are lacking when we involve the political system.
I'm with you, sir. I can hear you very clearly, sir.
I'm speaking from experience.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I can hear you clearly, sir. Keep going, sir.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Your Majesty?
I'm hearing.
Okay.
So what I'm trying to say is,
yes, sir.
So what I'm trying to say is, sustainability in the immediate environment, either political and economic sustainability. Economic sustainability can much more be encouraged with the traditional institution, much more than the political system. A lot of work is done traditionally before the politicians just come and take a touch and they take the glory. And they use the traditional institution to achieve their aims and their objectives. After that, they dump them. That's what is happening.
So moving forward, how can we ensure that the value that the traditional institution carry is protected and it is not politicized. Because what then weakens the institution is when it becomes politicized, that traditional leaders begin to suck up to political leaders. How do we isolate and protect the institutions from being corrupted?
Well, I would suggest that the traditional institution, everything about traditional institution should be entrenched in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How the traditional institution could be sustained, how it could be strengthened, how it could be made stronger and more viable than ever before. All these things should be entrenched in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And
if that is done, no matter who comes in, no matter who comes in as the political head, would take care, will live according to the dictates of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
So that is one. What about in terms of financing, sir?
That's what I mean.
Financing. What would you recommend?
That's what I mean by, you see, ensuring that everything, even the financing and the support, the encouragement financially is entrenched in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. If it is not done that way, the government that comes in will do whatever they like or they want to do. They may either obey, encourage the traditional institution or discourage.
Thank you so much, sir. Before you go, my final question, can you tell us a bit more about your community, the historical aspect? Because one of the things we're also doing through this conversation is to showcase our communities in Africa and the systems that exist, and let people out there who will come back to watch this video, who are researching about Africa and its traditional system, understand what the peculiarities of the various communities, what is in your community, how do your people live, how do they relate to the traditional system? Please educate us, sir.
My community is the Osum. I come from a community called Usumutong in the Abi local government area of Cross River State. We in that community, we have about 9 other communities where we speak the same language. We have the same custom. We intermarry, and I am at the head of these 9 communities. It's the 9 communities I told you they have been at war for the past 14 years, from January 2006 till date.
Wow!
The war just ended 2020. I mean on June 20th. 2020, that was when the war ended. We've decided that we will know most everything. I'm just telling you where I come from as the paramount ruler of Abi. But the other communities that speak, we have Agbo, we have Imabana. When you Abi, it's a 3-letter word. Abi. A stands for Agbo. B stands for Bahmono. Then I stands for Imabana.
Wow. What are your food, sir? What is your food? What is your language?
Yes. My language is Bahmono language. My language
so how do you
is
say hello in Bahmono, sir? How do you say hello in Bahmono, sir?
Hello, we say hello, Akuna.
Akuna. Your Royal Majesty, Akuna.
I'm saying what of you?
Akuna. Agboe Akuna.
Both of you.
I'm fine, thank you, sir.
God bless you. Glad to be with
sir.
you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
So you haven't finished telling us about your people. I wanted to also understand, are there tourist attraction in your place in Cross River State? Do you have tourist attraction in Abi?
Yeah.
What are there any historical things that happened during colonial years in Abi?
Yeah, we have a place we call Otumusa. We have some lakes that when you come there, you see things that will marvel you. We have our old home where we left centuries ago, and we are where we are today. That is there are lots and lots, and we have what they call we have what they call a poto. A poto is a hole, a very large hole where our old parents were living.
Wow.
But today, that place is not occupied by anybody again. Those are the historical areas. You can see.
Culture?
You come in. No, our culture is a cross river, is a common culture. Okay. We eat gari, we eat yams, we eat what we produce. And we wear clothes like a Calabar person. We wear wrapper. And you just see us, you know that we're from Cross River. You can always identify us the way we dress. You can see the way I am appearing here.
Yes. And you look great in your outfit, sir.
God bless you for encouraging me. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. I look forward to coming to Abi by the grace of God and coming to eat the Abi food.
When you come to Abi,
and also
yeah. Any day you come to Abi, just ask about the parent ruler. You have my name, everything. You will be brought to where I am, and you will regret. Yes. You will not regret coming to Abi.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been speaking to His Royal Majesty, King Solomon Osum Edward, the paramount ruler of Abi, who is also the in-law to the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. His son, Prince Edward Jr., Prince Edward is married to Faith Jonathan. It was I would say the only state wedding that we have had in Nigeria after General Gowon's wedding during the Civil War. It was very colorful for the country, and it's so great to speak to you today. So thank you for your time, and thank you for the lessons that we've learned about your people, your language, your culture, and we hope that Nigerians will go across to all the societies where we are interviewing and interacting about, and also come to Abi whenever they come to Cross River, to Obudu, or to any of the places, and make sure they stop in Abi and visit and see what His Royal Majesty has there and is doing for his people. Your Royal Majesty, thank you so much for your time.
God bless
I'm
you.
very grateful so much, sir. Thank you.
God bless you.
And thank you. Thank you, Prince Seven. Thank you, God's will. Thank you, everyone. God bless you real good. I'll see you at 9 o'clock with the Olugbo of Ugbo. Thank you so much.